we're back and we have completed all of the work of the tools, all the design work, and we're ready to enter the transition phase. So we're going to start with the first page of transition, which really is asking us to kind of prioritize and pull together all of the most important things that we developed in each of the sections. So the first one is smooth sailing. And the first question is, what are the three most important advantages and strengths that we identified? So looking back at that, what do we feel?
So we're looking for the three most important.
Yep.
So between these two, we're looking for the three most important. Okay, great.
I would say closer oversight and guidance from family.
I agree.
The adaptability or the potential adaptability and resilience of students.
I agree.
And maybe teachers, the dedication of teachers.
Yep, totally. I was thinking the same exact thing.
Sweet. So I'm going to cut and paste and come back over here and zoom in. We'll just have to kind of squeeze them. There we go. Okay, so those are the most important strengths and advantages. How about the most important challenges?
Most important challenges. And how many are we looking for here? Maybe just one or two?
Three again.
Oh, three as well, okay. So I actually think, I think one is the internet access and access to learning tools, which I think is quite similar to the quality and access to technology. So let's go with the internet one, the yellow one.
Okay.
And I also think the lack of experience and confidence of the parents. I wonder if those are, maybe we just stick with two strong ones.
Yeah, how about though the students feeling isolated and disconnected from the threats over here?
Oh, got it. We're grabbing from that one as well. Okay.
Okay. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to move these over here. All right. I'll just kind of stick it there. All right, and then the last question in this section is, what are the three most important? Oh, sorry. Okay, so challenges and threats. So let's put students feeling isolated, and then I think we're good. Like, I feel comfortable with moving forward with these three.
I agree. I think the spirit of this tool is about reflection. So it's helping us sort of pick the most important things to move forward. So the three is a good guidance, but I think we've got our best ones to move forward with. So okay, I feel good as well.
Awesome. Okay, then we're on to the quantitative data analysis. And the first question is, what is the problem you identified? So that's like a quick cut and paste. So the problem we identified is that students need increased skills around autonomy, self-efficacy, and resilience.
Yep, that sounds great.
So that's straightforward. And then what do we need to learn more about? So that was the 4 questions here. So I'm going to cut and paste those.
Oh yeah, bringing all 4. Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like this tool because it gives us one place to reference back to.
Yep.
So in the next phase, we can, rather than having to flip through so many sheets, we can come back to just this one. So exactly. Yeah, it's sometimes a bit of a copy and paste, but it's a great reference tool.
Yeah. And I think it helps you just like do that work of prioritizing in the moment. Okay. And then, all right, so that's organized. All right. Identify a problem to explore. So what one problem do you want to explore based on the smooth sailing? So that's back on worksheet 3. So I think we're looking at this same question, right? Or is it, yeah, that students need that increased skills?
Yeah, I also think this infer meaning, the box number 4 that we put here, I think particularly good.
Yep.
Is that what you're bringing over?
I can. Oh, hang on a sec. This is a little less. There we go. The infer. Okay. And then curious to learn more about was the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then how the problem is connected is okay.
Yeah, I think we just bring over our 4 holistic learning outcomes.
Yep.
We might refine those further beyond the original 4, but I think those 4 are good to hold on to for now, especially as we're just in the early phases of trying to launch this project.
Exactly. Okay, so secondary research. So there was one article here that we identified that's really just kind of discussing what social emotional learning is, and that felt important given the challenge that we've identified. I'm going to move.
So,
can you hear that noise?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. All right.
It's not so bad though, but if you are getting further away, it's just part of the fun of working from home.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I'm looking at the secondary research, I feel drawn to these 2 Post-its in the last box number 5, about what information do you want to be sure that you remember. I wonder if we can bring both of those to this synthesis page, to the summary page.
Perfect. That's great. And then the last one is the stakeholder mapping. So who is it that we want to really prioritize in terms of talking and connecting?
One recommendation is it would be nice to pick maybe one particular student stakeholder and one particular school stakeholder, like teacher or counselor and maybe a parent. Can we pick 3?
Yeah, that sounds great.
So the new, I don't know, something about a new teacher or an early, new-ish teacher seems like it could be really interesting. And it seems like they're kind of in the middle of our representation map.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I also wonder about the student who has lost motivation. Feels like it's probably a common type of student, and it also feels like it's something that's actionable, that we could, is something that we could respond to, something that we might be able to influence.
What about talking to a parent who's really hands-on?
I think that sounds great.
Work of helping the student. Okay, great.
All right. Wonderful. So this worksheet will become a reference for us. So the summary of everything from the launch chapter that we'll be able to come back to as a quick reference, and we can see those things. It'll also help us on this next page as we start to think about alignment as a team.